Hello everyone, my name is Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about Tobin and Solow modified Phillips curve. First of all, we will see Tobin modified Phillips curve. James Tobin gave his modified Phillips curve in 1971. It was published in American Economic Review in 1972, and James Tobin proposed a kinged-shaped Phillips curve. That means Phillips curve of Tobin divided into two segments. First is a downward sloping segment, second is vertical segment. AP is a downward sloping segment and AC is a vertical segment. That's why Tobin Phillips curve shows a compromise between traditional downward sloping Phillips curve and vertical long run Phillips curve. This downward segment shows inverse relation between inflation and unemployment. That means if inflation increase, unemployment fall. Here you can see inflation increase, unemployment fall. So this downward segment shows inverse relation between inflation and unemployment. According to Tobin, the main cause of a downward sloping segment is downward nominal wage rigidity. What do you mean by downward nominal wage rigidity? That means employees are okay with their current wages. They are not saying increase our current wages, but they will fight against you if you try to reduce their wages. Even labor supply is very high. Obviously, inflation rate is very high. How they can agree upon you if you try to reduce their wages? If they are accepting their current wages, then obviously they are working and unemployment is reducing. But once the economy approach to low rate of unemployment, which is a UC, then flip curve become vertical. That means after a point, further increase in inflation will not reduce unemployment. Here you can see after a point, inflation is increasing, but our unemployment rate is not reducing. What is cause of this vertical segment? Why unemployment is not reducing? According to Milton Friedman, unemployment is not reducing because now people are demanding higher wages due to inflation. That's why businesses are not hiring more employees. So unemployment rate is not reducing. But according to Tobin, there are some more causes related to labor market imperfection. According to Tobin, unemployment rate is not reducing due to mismatch of skill, age and location. That means businesses are not receiving employees as per their requirement. Now we will see Solow modified Phillips curve. According to Solow, Phillips curve is vertical at positive rate of inflation but horizontal at negative rate of inflation. According to Solow, Phillips curve is vertical at positive rate of inflation but horizontal at negative rate of inflation. Here we have unemployment rate and here we have inflation. This part shows positive rate of inflation. This part shows negative rate of inflation. Here you can see flip curve is a vertical at positive rate of inflation but horizontal at negative rate of inflation. But why Phillips curve is horizontal at negative inflation rate? Negative inflation rate means deflation. But why Phillips curve is horizontal at deflation? Main reason according to Solow, downward wages stickiness. Downward wages stickiness means even unemployment rate and deflation rate are very high, still workers will not accept a reduction in nominal wages because their wages are already very low. That's why workers will not accept a reduction in nominal wages. If there is no reduction in wages, that means they are continue working. Eventually unemployment will fall. Here you can see unemployment is reducing. But after a point, our flip curve become vertical, or you can say that flip curve become vertical at positive inflation rate. But why? Because labor demand is continuous increasing and employees due to continuous inflation expected more inflation in future. That's why they demand for higher wages. As a result, wages increase, but As wages increase, the profit of businesses fall, their cost increase, so they will not hire more employees. If they are not hiring more employees, that means unemployment will not reduce. Here you can see after a point, inflation is continuous increasing, but unemployment is not reducing. We have already discussed about Phillips curve according to A.W. Phillips and Milton Friedman. First of all, concept of Phillips curve is given by A.W. Phillips. According to him, there is inverse relation between inflation and unemployment. But after that, Milton Friedman said at long time period, Phillips curve become vertical at natural rate of unemployment. According to Tobin, Phillips curve have kinked shape. According to Solow, Phillips curve become horizontal at negative inflation but vertical at positive inflation. So this is all about today's video. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye. Take care.